Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Be seated,
Good
please.
morning, sir.
Yes, Anjali.
Yes, sir.
So you have done your engineering in computer science.
Yes, sir.
So what is the difference between computer science and IT?
Sir, computer science relates more to the software and the coding and algorithms. And in information technology, it is more skewed towards the hardware part of the computers.
So we don't include software.
Sir, there is some basic software in IT as well, but in computer science, we study more in depth about the AI or even the ongoing technologies.
Beta, what have you been doing after 2017?
Sir, I've been preparing for the civil services, and sir, I also pursue my hobbies of gown paintings and following tennis. And sir, recently I've been selected in the International Financial Services Center Authority in Gift City.
Okay. What do you understand by the difference between economic situations and financial situations?
Sir, if I talk about the economic situations, then probably it's a very wide superset. Our economy includes the different sectors, which includes primarily the agriculture, the
No, I'm not asking the
industries.
sectors.
Yes, sir.
What do you understand by these two things? When we talk about economy of something and something, we say that these are the financials. I'm giving you a very good hint.
So finance mostly deals with the money related part and the banking.
But economy also deals with banking.
Yes, sir. But sir, I believe that economy is not just about the finance and the banking part, but the more other sectors of which also contribute in the GDP.
I will again give you a hint. What is the relationship between economy and economics?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not able to connect it.
Okay. Now, when we say that international financial markets are very tight, what does it imply?
Sir, if you could please repeat once, I could not follow.
When we say that international financial systems are very tight presently,
Yes, sir.
what do we mean? Because in the newspapers every day now it is coming.
Sir, firstly, it is about the inflation, which is quite high in the international markets. And sir, secondly, it also relates to the ongoing war, because of which, sir, the lending has become
Again,
difficult.
bache, my dear daughter, I will request you to exactly think the difference between finance and economics. That's why you are again going in different direction. Leave it now. Tell me, what can be the impact of Russia and Ukraine war on China?
Sir, with respect to China, uh, we can see Chinese getting more proximate towards Russia, and also there could be a rise of China with this war. It is predicted that China might benefit in the longer run, um, because the entire Europe would be somewhere would face the brunt. So it might lead to the Chinese rise.
So, do you really think that this war is being fought by US against Russia, or
Sir,
something else is there?
Sir, the war primarily Russia has been waging because it considers.
No. I am talking about
Yes, sir.
this war between USA
Hmm.
and do you think that this is a real war between USA and Russia, or something else is there?
Sir, I think there is a kind of proxy war that is between USA and Russia, and in fact the Europe as well, because there's a difference of ideologies between them. So it's probably the ideological warfare also that is because of which USA and other allies are
Who is
supporting.
number one enemy of US?
Sir, in terms of ideology, yes, Russia, and right now China also is one of the.
So think of it, my dear daughter, that whether this is the war between Russia and US or US and China, just analyze this thing. Basically, there is a war between US and China. Remember it. Okay, beta?
Thank you, sir.
Saxena?
Anjali,
Yes, sir.
can you cite 2 or 3 examples of the use of artificial intelligence in our daily life?
Sir, artificial intelligence, one example would be when we use the social media sites, there are certain recommendations, the friend recommendations, which are given to us to follow certain people. That uses AI in its as a back AI also. And so secondly, there are in iPhones we have Siri, and we also have the Alexa Amazon. So all of these work on AI technology. And so apart from that, AI is also used in the Internet of Things. So for example, if I am driving to my home and I want the ACs to be switched on before I reach my home. So with the help of AI, I'll be able to do that by not being physically present also in my own home.
It has been reported by the media that the wholesale price index
Yes, sir.
has shot up by 14.55%.
Yes.
I think inflation also will also rise equally exponentially. Is it due to the global disruption of supply chains or something else?
So the wholesale price index includes food and fuel as major components. And with respect to fuel, sir, we have seen an inflation because of the ongoing war. And sir, apart from that, India imports around 80% of its crude oil. So that impact is seen in WPI prices.
What will be its impact on our economy?
So the ongoing war, or sir, the WPI inflation. Sir, I believe, sir, inflation is going to harm the bottom of the rung, which is the poor the most, which especially the rural inflation is said to be more than the urban inflation as of now. So poor would be the hardest hit. Sir, apart from that, it's not only the fuel inflation, but also the inflation in the food, like in the cereals and even in the oil, the sunflower and the mustard oil. So as a result of which, combinedly it would be impacting all the other sectors like transport also.
Okay, do you watch the parliamentary proceedings on TV, live telecast?
Sir, for a certain bills, I have seen the proceedings.
Do you think that the judicial proceedings also must be telecast for आम आदमी, for general public?
Sir, I would say yes. For bearing a few sensitive cases, I think if these are made and these are telecasted, the public trust in the judiciary, it would be more, and we would also come to know the reasoning behind the certain judgments. So I think it will foster a healthy discussion and a debate culture
But why
in the
is
country.
judiciary so resistant to this proposal? They are not allowing it.
Sir, judiciary probably also is somewhere fearful that it might cause some harm to the judge's reputation. They would be questioned, and in that case, they might not be more independent in giving their views. So that is why they want. But sir, I think video recordings. I think there has been a proposal where we are open to also promoting that.
Okay, you have indicated in your deck that you like to paint gold paintings. Huh?
Yes, sir.
What are the special features of gold paintings?
Sir, these paintings are the tribal paintings, and the most important part of these is that they're connected with the nature. And since they're connected with the nature, the motifs primarily are drawn from the nature, like the mahua tree, which the tribals worship, and also the flora and the fauna. And sir, apart from that, these paintings also serve as a source of remuneration to the tribals.
Okay, one last question. What is zero hour in Parliament? Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. There's something known as zero hour.
Sir, it is the Indian innovation in the Parliament, whereby the first hour of the after the first hour, the question hour, there is a 0 hour between 11 to 12, where we discuss the general issues or any issue that has not been brought up to the notice of the speaker, and how to go about in the day ahead is also taken up in a 0 hour.
Zero hour, was it a part of the Constitution of India or something else? How was it created?
Sir, it was not a part of the original constitution. It was an
It was a
innovation.
part?
No, sir.
Not
It was
part.
an Indian innovation that we brought in.
Okay, thank you.
Anjali, like geography is your optional subject.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the difference between growth pole and growth center?
Sir, in geography, growth pole is a concept that was given by Peru, and under which he tells that there are certain areas which will, in the course of development, become the poles from where the development would emanate. For
So
example,
you mean to say that, sorry to interrupt you,
yes,
you
sir.
mean to say that the growth pole is a kind of a regional concept?
Yes, sir.
Growth pole.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir. For Delhi, for example,
growth
is a
pole.
growth pole.
And is Delhi a growth center?
Sir, this concept was further taken up by Boudville, and he then said that not just in the physical aspect, but we also should look into the economic aspect. So he combined this physical and the geographical aspect with the economic aspect, and then he propounded the theory of growth center. So in that sense, sir, Delhi could be also said a growth center.
Can it be also called as a growth pole?
Yes, sir, Delhi is also a growth pole in the physical sense and the regional sense.
But growth pole, it deals more with economic aspect. It is more about the firms that are having very large size,
Yes,
that
sir.
can attract the investment.
Yes,
That
sir.
is a growth pole, and growth center is more a regional concept. That's more a geographical concept.
Okay, sir.
So another thing, Anjali, like in India we have agroclimatic regions are there.
Yes, sir.
So the agriculture should be carried out as per the climatic conditions. Do you think the agriculture is being practiced in India as per the climatic conditions, or there are some other factors that are actually influencing the agricultural regions in India?
Sir, in India, particularly agriculture has not been in tandem with the agroclimatic zonation of the country. If I have to talk about Punjab and Haryana, we grow paddy which is not suitable for those conditions. Rather, millets or other crops suitable to that area should have been grown. Similarly, we have sugarcane in Marathwada, which are mostly the drought-prone regions of the country, and a water-guzzling crop over there has led to frequent crop failures also. So, sir, these reasons are partly because there is a lack of irrigation infrastructure in the country, and also some systemic reforms we need to do in agriculture. And apart from that, sir, I believe that if we go according to the agroclimatic zonation of the country, there's a lot of potential in every geographical region to for doing sustainable agriculture.
So can we say that geography is just playing a theoretical role, but practically it is losing its relevance with respect to the climatic regions, agroclimatic zones?
Sir, I would like to disagree over this. I feel in the times of climate change, geography would in fact be playing a more important role in deciding what type of crops and how we have to go about the agriculture. So we have been talking about climate smart agriculture, which is according to the needs of the climate, changing climate, and also techniques like zero budget natural farming. All of these are evolved keeping in mind the geographical conditions.
Okay, do you think the farmers, Indian farmers, they are means that flexible to basically alter, change themselves?
Sir, I think it would take time and it would not be an overnight process, but slowly and steadily, if we educate the farmers about the quality of the soil, the crops to be grown, which we are in fact doing in various schemes, through various schemes like soil health cards, soil labs, they would surely understand the science behind agriculture also.
Okay.
Anjali,
Yes, sir.
why you want to go for the civil services?
Sir, I think civil services offers a very wide range of opportunities and diverse sectors to work for. And sir, I have been following quite a few civil servants who have done some transformational work, and that has really inspired me. Sir, if I take an example of in Madhya Pradesh, there was.
Can you give some more regions?
The regions.
Sir, I think there is one more reason that professionally and personally, it is one career opportunity through which I will be more satisfied, and in the long term, if I see myself, public service is something which would also give me satisfaction and happiness.
Which will be your job? What you will be doing after joining civil service? Functions.
Yes, sir. Sir, if I am given the Indian administrative services, it would be mostly around the revenues and different departments and policy making implementation in the initial phase. Sir, in the IPS, it would be mostly revolving around the law and order maintenance.
So as collector, what will be your core function?
Sir, as a collector, sir, one would be the management of the district that I am posted in. And
Management of district means what?
sir, looking after the basic amenities and the citizen-centric governance, whether,
Basic amenities means?
sir, like the power, water,
In case
sir,
of their separate
education.
department, they have all separate departments for these things.
Municipality, municipal corporation.
Sir, in the corporation also there are certain IAS officers as commissioners.
That is very
collector's job.
they are not collector's job.
Sir, mostly the land revenue part of.
What land revenue part?
Sir, regarding the land records management and the revenue collection.
What is the revenue hierarchy in a district?
I'm sorry, sir, I'm not aware of the exact hierarchy.
Okay, no problem. You have seen both the cities, Indore as well as Bhopal.
Yes, sir.
Which one you like the most out of two?
Sir, I have been to Bhopal only a few times to write certain exams. Most of my time has been spent in Indore, my college, and.
But your BTech is not from Bhopal?
Sir, my college was affiliated to the university in Bhopal.
I see.
So it was in Indore itself. Sir, if I could compare with the limited experience of Bhopal, sir, I think in terms of the greenery aspect and in terms of more close to nature, I found Bhopal. When I was writing my civil services mains, I could find that the natural ecosystem, the lakes, and the beautification is more in Bhopal. Indore is more urbanized, it is more concrete.
But there is something else also associated with Bhopal, which is not very good.
Sir, there was a gas tragedy that happened way back in 1986.
What was this gas tragedy?
Sir, there was the leak of methyl isocyanate that happened, and it led to the loss of lives of many people, and even after generations it continued.
From where it leaked?
Sir, Union Carbide company or a plant was in Bhopal. From there.
So which is the most important place in Indore where a lot of people go actually for, you see, outings, and in the evening you will find actually thousands of people. Very popular place in Indore.
Sir, mostly Sarafa and the Chappan Dukan, which are famous for food.
Chappan. Now my last question, what is the lifeline of Madhya Pradesh? What is called lifeline of Madhya Pradesh?
Sir, the Narmada River, which is very important for the, especially in the agriculture, the wheat regions are in the Narmada floodplains.
That's all, only for irrigation?
No, sir. It also has a very cultural and historical significance. It's worshipped by the people of MP. And sir, the Sardar Sarovar Dam, which was constructed over Narmada, it has also provided benefits to the.
But you are forgetting one more important actually, which is bigger than Sardar Sarovar in Madhya Pradesh.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not
Indra
able to
Sagar.
recall. Yes. Thank you.
It
Sir.
provides lot of actually hydel power
Okay,
to
sir.
Madhya Pradesh. Okay, thank you.
Anjali,
Yes, ma'am.
geography and
Yes.
computer science.
Yes, ma'am.
2004 tsunami, you remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Can mangroves play an important role or any role in these kind of coastal calamities?
Ma'am, mangroves can act like a bioshield when such disasters occur, and they are a very important part to safeguard against such disaster. In fact, it was found in Tamil Nadu. There is a region, Pichavaram, where mangroves are present. And as compared to other regions which face tsunami, Pichavaram was less impacted because of these mangroves over there.
Okay. Now tell me the difference when a flag is unfurled and when a flag is hoisted.
Ma'am,
Just apply basic common sense. You hoist a thing, you unfurl a thing.
ma'am, apart from the position of the flag, nothing comes to my mind.
Hoist,
right.
what is the meaning of hoisting? Just think of it.
Sir, to
You
make
hoist
the
a flag
yes, sir.
and you unfurl a flag.
Hoist,
Vertical and horizontal, just think like that.
ma'am, hoisting is mostly vertical, and when we unfurl it, it is horizontal.
So on what occasions would you do that?
Ma'am, mostly on the days of national importance, like.
But then 15th August, 26th January,
Yes,
both
ma'am.
are important nationally.
Yes, ma'am.
What happens?
Ma'am, flag hoisting is done, and
When?
ma'am, on Independence Day, on Republic Day.
No, I read on that. Do you think we have lost out the relevance of UN? That the world body, for the purpose of which it was established, is not able to play its role?
Ma'am, to an extent, I feel yes, because of the, I would say, the less democratic nature of UN, and we have not been able to change it. So the reforms have been long pending, and because of which the Russia-Ukraine war, in which UN should have played an important role to stop it, was not seen.
Okay, in this context only, Russia-Ukraine war, the sanctions which are being imposed by NATO and other countries, do they actually stand in the eyes of international law?
Ma'am, I'm sorry, I'm unable.
Can sanctions be imposed only by the UN or by any country, unilaterally, bilaterally, multilaterally?
Ma'am, they can be imposed by countries on a unilateral basis as well, like US and other EU countries have done against Russia. And UN can also impose sanctions combinedly also on any country.
Just read on this, get more clarity on this. Okay, now going by the past trends in India, are we ready as a nation to adopt a presidential form of government?
Ma'am, there have been recommendations that a presidential form would work.
No, there have been recommendations. I'm asking your opinion, your assessment of the situation.
Ma'am, I think the parliamentary form of government in India has been working well, and it also somewhere has importance in the sense that it gives more importance to responsibility and accountability, which is less in case of presidential elections. So,
Okay.
in my opinion, ma'am, parliamentary system.
What is the average percentage of attendance in Parliament when any important bill is taken up, except for one or two political occasions?
Ma'am, it has been declining consistently. I do not know the exact
No
percentage.
figures. It has been declining. If you just see the chairpersons and the speaker's report at the end of any session, that will tell you what exactly is the parliamentary system which we are suffering.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
My last question is, what is the importance of April 21 vis-a-vis a civil servant?
Ma'am, it is the National Civil Services Day today, and as a civil servant, it reminds to all the people in the services the duty and the commitment with which.
Otherwise, they forget.
No,
They don't
ma'am.
follow it every day.
No, ma'am. Being in the services and itself is a reminder, but we celebrate it as an occasion to remember all the.
Read on that. From the steel frame, we are moving in which direction? Okay. When it was set up, it was the steel frame. But what are the deviations, good or bad? Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
We'll be seated outside. We should just call you back.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, beta, ये बताओ. What do you think about your interview?
Sir, I think I need to really work more. I got stumbled in most of the questions. And
A little louder, please. And this
yeah.
mask on your
Yes,
nose.
you can. Yes.
yes, ma'am. Sir, I think I need to work more hard in terms of, sir, economy. My starting was not good with you, and even in terms of DM and other things, I need to read more about the work profile.
Okay. So when is your interview?
So 13 May.
That is sufficient time. So why these two rows have been with blackened?
Sir, no specific reason, like just the income.
No, but I'm just asking you why they are blackened. Because
Sir,
the first time I'm seeing it.
Sir, I keep just nothing, no specific reason, sir. I just thought that I'll just.
छुपाना चाहते हैं
We sent to many institutes, so that is why I just thought to keep it a little private. Otherwise, in UPSC, it is not like this.
Oh, you did it just now?
Yes, sir. For the mocks purposes only, but in the final DAF, it is shown.
written there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, it means someone has guided you this.
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay. Now there are few things. You are very good at exposition. Your communication is pretty good. Confidence, emerges at several places. But we want that you should have far better approach to score good marks. First of all, you have to enhance your knowledge base, right? At present, your knowledge base is very good, but it should be excellent.
Yes.
So what you need to do? First, I will just tell you a few things which you should write. One is you go through February and March issues of Down to Earth.
Okay.
Then March issue and March and April issues of Economic and Political Weekly. Right? Then cut the clutter issues of February, March and April.
Okay.
And very important, that is Diplomat magazine.
Diplomat magazine.
Diplomat, starting from January, February, March. And in this you should focus on articles that are related to India. There is a huge analysis of Indian position, Indian relevance and international relation, what has happened and all those things. Right. that you should also make it sure that you do a lot of study of economic times. Do you study economic times?
No, sir.
Till now you have not. What newspapers are you reading?
Sir, Hindu and Indian Express.
They are good papers, but I would suggest you that you should add economic times. Why? Because at present economic condition of our country is very poor.
Okay, sir.
Anything might be getting reflected in data, that is a different thing, but the fact is that we have every parameter going down.
Okay.
Every parameter. So you should understand all these things.
Okay, sir.
So it is always helpful to go through economic times to understand it.
Oh, sir.
Okay. Now come to the basic concepts. So you always were thinking that in civil services you will be doing X thing, Y thing, Z thing. And you said that you want to come here for diversified nature of job. Forget about it. There is no diversification. Diversification can occur only on one platform, that is IAS, not anywhere else. So don't speak this thing. Whosoever has guided you is misguided you.
Okay.
Okay. Now you should remember, you are a lady. Now, as lady, you should always tell to the board that I want to become my man for the people, for the downtrodden, for the poor people who are coming to my office. I want to become my man for them. My man is gender neutral. It is not man or woman. It is a my man. So what do you understand by my man?
Sir, somebody who's ready to stand for the other person, like their supporter or.
No, here the my man implies that suppose you are sitting as district magistrate here and someone comes inside you. He should feel confident that Anjali ma'am is the collector. She will listen to me. She will try to resolve my problems. She will try to help me the most.
Okay.
So what you will do as district collector, बताओ सर वहाँ पे इंटरव्यू में, that I will develop this relationship of my man with the people who come to meet me, so that I develop a relationship of trust. Because if I develop trust with the people, the poor people, then only I will be able to do the dreams fulfillment of helping poor, developing area and all those things which you think.
Yes, sir.
That you can do only when you have the equation with them. And for that, what will you do?
Sir, I'll talk with them and probably try to know their problems.
So you will move more and more to the rural areas. You will sit with them on the ground itself. Not like this as I am sitting here. No. You will sit with them. You will allow them to touch you, the ladies of the village. They will feel, अरे ये collector ऐसे कैसे है? जमीन पे हमारे साथ बैठ के बात कर रही है. Then they will open up.
Okay.
They will open up and they will try to basically tell you the real problems being faced by the people. And this is the way ultimately you will become my man for them. Your approach will be not of anything, any reputation attached to the surveys or diversification. No, these things will never give you any marks in the examination.
Okay,
Because everyone speaks like this. So you have to have a different approach.
Okay, sir.
Right? Then what you have to do is, where is your village?
Sir, I come from Indore.
So, do you have village or you belong to Indore only?
Sir, Indore only.
Okay. Have you ever seen any village?
Yes, sir. My mother, my nani used to live in a village. So I have been there a couple of times.
So when did you visit it last?
Sir, in 2005.
No, that is very old. If possible. If possible. You are staying here with someone or you have come here alone with your parents or
Sir,
someone?
alone only.
You are alone. Please call some of your relatives or go back to Indore for a day or two. थोड़ा easy है जाना आजकल इंदौर से यहाँ से.
Yes, sir.
Visit a village near Indore. Make a visit to a village. Once you reach there, walk on foot on the streets and try to see what government departments are functioning there. How are they functioning there? Actually talk to the people. What do they think about functioning of various departments, how various schemes are being implemented. Just at least see what Patwari is doing,
Okay, sir.
what group secretary, that is Panchayat secretary, doing, whether doctors are coming or not, whether the delivery room where the woman delivers the child, whether that is clean or not, anyone if the husbandry doctor is coming or not, whether public distribution is taking place in time or not. You observe all these things.
Okay, sir.
Come back to your place. Based on your observation, then try to develop your own views. That if I was there, I would do this thing to improve that situation.
Okay, sir.
Getting it?
Yes, sir.
So whatsoever you have observed, now you, एक दिन जरूर ज़्यादा लगेगा आपका, but it
Yes,
will
sir.
benefit you immensely. Remember my words.
Yes, sir.
Because then in the interview you will be able to correlate that yes, I have seen with my own eyes. That is the most important thing in the interview. Because interview is not the test of knowledge, it is conversation
Yes, sir.
and your aptitude, which is important. You should remember this thing. So you make A4 size papers, you take A4 size papers,
Yes, sir.
write one problem and then make detailed note of that.
Okay.
What do you think on only that?
Mhm.
This is the problem and this is what I want to do.
Okay, sir.
Then when you will reach village, you will come to know that Patwari is there, Panchayat secretary is there. Ask them, आपके ऊपर कौन कौन काम करता है? पटवारी के ऊपर कौन है?
Yes, sir.
Whether it is the तहसीलदार, whether it is the SDO, additional collector, collector, this hierarchy should be known to you. When you are trying to come to the service,
Yes, sir.
then these things should be known. And one very important thing which you should try to know, that now what is the role of collector in developmental activities? What is the role? So you should understand, the basic चीजें हैं. They will ask you all these things.
Okay, sir.
So this will make you strong only when you know this. So you go there and in Indore itself, spend one day, go to Jila Parishad office and visit collector's office. Okay?
Sir. Okay.
And see what is happening there.
Okay.
And then you will understand the real thing. Right?
Yes, sir.
So these things are important for you to really make a very successful and great candidate to become a star.
Sure, sir.
Understanding it?
Yes, sir.
And these things will help you. And you immediately procure these magazines, and they are all
Yeah.
free.
Okay.
All free on internet.
Okay, sir.
You don't have to pay anything anywhere.
Okay.
And Unacademy has prepared 3 volumes of Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, GS 1, 2, 3. All critical issues,
Okay,
important issues
sir. Okay.
of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
You can take the electronic copy from
Sure,
the
sir.
office outside.
Okay.
That will be very helpful to you. And make sure that from tomorrow or today itself you should start reading Economic Times.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So Economic Times is not only for economic issues, my daughter, remember it.
Okay, sir.
This is for international relations also, excellent exposition there,
Okay, sir.
right?
Sure,
So
sir.
it will be very helpful to you. Any question from your side?
Sir, like in areas like when you asked me about what is the difference you were between finance and economy. So what if I'm not aware? So should
You
I
should
just
simply say, but if you say that, then it will be dangerous situation because finance is your strength. So you cannot say that I don't know about this. So you should always start from economy, that it relates to economics. Economics gives the principles, all the principles which are followed in economy. You start from this and automatically you will reach to the finance. Finance is relating to transactions of money. So economic principles coming to economy and then the financial transactions.
Okay.
That tells you finance, like this. And if you don't know, don't guess at all.
Okay, sir.
No guesswork in the interview, and don't ask this question from the board, may I guess?
Okay, sir.
If you ask this question,
Hmm.
you will never score more than 105 or 110 marks.
Okay, sir.
You should be confident. If you don't know, is that everyone is not supposed to know everything. Why should you know everything? How can it happen? So simply say, sir, I know this, but I'm not able to define it properly at present.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Right?
Right, sir.
Don't get scared. You have to
Yes,
be very
sir.
confident. You are very intelligent girl, so you have to be very confident.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
What
sir.
was your score last time?
Sir, it was 149.
149.
So that's the reason I'm telling you. That's why you scored less. Because you have to develop these things. ये जो और जो कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट में आप जाते हैं ना, ये चीजें बताते रहते हैं लोग, ये कोई यूज नहीं आने वाली. This is how do you have the conversation? How do you express yourself? Again, I am repeating. This is the test of your aptitude. This is not the test of your knowledge.
Be more convincing while you're speaking.
You have to express yourself and enhance your knowledge. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Anjali, are you going to wear a similar dress? What are you
Ma'am, I'm
planning?
going to wear a sari.
Okay, so that should be fine. A sari, kind of a neutral color or a subdued color, not a very bright. This is a nice color, something like that. Pastels maybe.
Sure.
और अभी से पहनना शुरू कर दो.
Yes, sir.
You should wear it alternate day or something, खूब जिससे आदत पड़ जाए. अदरवाइज बहुत सारे बच्चे यहाँ पे आके यही इसी चक्कर में फंस जाते हैं.
Yes, sir.
है ना?
Yes,
जब
sir.
इंटरव्यू में जाते हैं ना, मेन इंटरव्यू में
Yes, sir.
बहुत परेशानी होती है.
Sure, sir.
थोड़ा सा practice चलने का.
Yes, ma'am.
ओके बेटा, थैंक यू. ऑल द
Thank you,
बेस्ट.
sir.
Unacademy. Let's crack it.